As you already know, it's been mad hot recently, so mad insects have made their way into our places of residence, especially stuff like flies if you live in the UK, and me personally, I've been annihilating every single one in sight. And you see, with violence, it's a choice, and I willingly choose to destroy every single insect. And trust me, I don't do it for any noble reason, I do it for the love of the game. Ever since a bug flew in my breakfast at the start of summer, I've just had a vendetta against them, cause that led to me being late for school and ruining my entire day. Matter of fact, the day wasn't even that bad because me being late led to me having a conversation with some fancy. But still, I have a burning rage for bugs, and it's gone to the point now where I'm so good at eliminating them, I just start trying whatever. Like, it's gone to the point where I don't even use bug spray no more. I ain't no rookie no more. Recently I've been using my index finger to try eliminate them. I'm just so skilled in that field of expertise that I've gave myself challenges. Like, I genuinely have thoughts of becoming an exterminator. But then all of a sudden I got a Peter ad on my phone, which started making me feel bad for annihilating all these bugs. Then it had me thinking it must suck to be certain animals, so I decided to make this video. And as you could probably guess by now, living life as a fly isn't too great. You have no defense and no offense. They're literally free eats, lamb to the slaughter. But bees on the other hand, I don't even play about them. I don't even risk it. Like, if I see something flying around and it has yellow on it, I'm running away. So you already know, living life as a bee or a wasp, you're very comfy because no human's gonna mess with you. Even a freakishly strong primate like Pickle was traumatized by a bee for millions of years. But ain't nothing sweeter in life than being a gorilla, because humans can't do nothing to them. Dozens of humans can gang up on a gorilla and still get folded like a lawn chair. And low-key, the same can be said for mice and rats, but for slightly different reasons. Because even though they can't send us to heaven, we can't do anything to them either. We can't catch them. Like, I guarantee if you put the most advanced Navy SEAL team in a house with a mouse in it, they're not gonna find that mouse. They're probably the most elusive creatures of all time, and I would know. I had a mice infestation one time, and I was only able to get rid of him once the entire house was gutted. But even still, they were never found. They're probably living rent-free in someone else's crib, probably having a feast in other people's bins. Just like foxes, but foxes lack that elusiveness and lack that finesse. And if you're not from the UK, you wouldn't understand this, because in your country, foxes are probably sophisticated predators. They probably hunt things like rabbits and hares, normal food chain things. But foxes in the UK, they're not no predators, they are scavengers. Their diets consist of bin juice, rubbish, and whatever else they can find. Unless they ever find some young unattended child to eat, they are never going to be eating good. They are never going to be eating no meat. Pause. But being born as a fox is probably one of the worst things to spawn as. Like, I'd rather spawn at a tree at that point, because being a fox in the UK is like being a member of the slums in Gachi. But obviously I'm on a different wavelength to the rest of you peons, so sometimes I be vibing with the foxes. I think they're kind of cool, but I don't vibe with them like how white people vibe with them. I don't let them in my house, I don't feed them, I don't stroke them, stuff like that. But instead I just empathize with them, because spawning as a fox in the UK is like spawning in Gotham. You're cooked. The exact same thing if you spawn as a dog. And yeah, you won't have to live that scavenger lifestyle, but instead you're gonna have to live a life of a slave, because they do what their owner says with no hesitation, and once their owner says good boy, they start wagging their tail, getting mad giddy. I don't know about you, but my ego can never let me be called a good boy. I feel like that'll give me just cause to Batista bomb my owner. Like I'm showing you, I would have made a terrible slave. I would have either ended up like Django, or my body would have just been tossed in a river. But one thing I will give to dogs, they are always on go. No matter the size, the breed, or whatever, they are always going to be on go. As soon as you knock on someone's door that has a dog, the dog just instantly teleports to the front door. They're standing 10 toes down. It doesn't matter the size, they are going to run the ones. They're ready to take away your ability to walk. And chihuahuas are the worst. They're probably the most aggressive creatures of all time, but the only saving grace is that they're not fast, so you can outrun them. But other dogs like a husky on the other hand, you can't outrun that shit, and huskies can jump as well. One time I was chased by a husky, I was cooked. Like, normally when you're chased by a dog you can climb up and get away, but huskies are vertically gifted, so I had to run into someone's house, slam the door like it was my own crib. And thinking back at it now, that was probably one of the most silliest decisions I've ever made of my life, because I locked someone else out their own home. Like, me personally, I just prefer cats.